Be me. 27 meters living with family. In our culture, you don't leave the household until you're married. Been abused throughout my entire childhood and early adulthood. Parents always weaponized religion to prevent me from reporting them during the abuse. Abuse only stopped when I became bigger, stronger than my father. Family gave me zero agency outside of work, school. Didn't get to go to college. Worked shitty 9-to-5 job. Have some debt. No rent expenses. Outside of work I play video games. Don't talk to family much while home. Not allowed to go out much. They don't interact with me much. Still feel like a kid. Feels bad man. Met a girl online. Cute/10. She likes me. First girlfriend I ever had. Game with her every day after work. This goes on for 1.5 years. Plan to meet up with GF. Save up money from work. Sneak behind parents' back and leave to go see her. Meet up with her year. Spend 2 weeks with her. Best 2 weeks of my life. Go back home. Family mad at me for leaving, without telling them. Few weeks go by and they finally stop nagging me about what I did. They don't know what I did or where I went. Go back to ignoring me. Realized how lonely I was. Hate how little I'm getting paid. Want to pursue STEM career. Want to go to college out of state. Tell family about my thoughts. They shut me down and tell me I shouldn't abandon them. Feel hopeless. Speak to GF about my life situation. She says she wants to move in with me and go to school with me. Excited.jpg. Start saving up to get my own place. Feel bad for family for what I'm about to do. Should I just ghost my family to live with my GF and go to school? Or should I tell my family what I plan on doing? I just know they won't accept any of it, including me dating. I've been treated like a child my whole life, but I hate the closed-mindedness of this culture. I just want to get away from it all. Be me was 14. Have girl over, she wants to see my penis. Show it, see pic. She screams and runs out. Parents figure out what happened. Tells me I had a botched circumcision. Didn't understand it. Went to school, everyone knew and bullied me for it. Suicide_attempt.png. Transferred schools and I stayed to myself the entire time at the new school. Look up circumcision at around 16 and figure out what it is and why it's done and that it is total bullshit. Confront parents. They basically told me it hated so I wouldn't get bullied, could get a girlfriend, and because it's cleaner and looks better. The irony was lost on them. The kicker is neither my dad nor my younger brothers are circumcised, just me. Mad.jpg. Start watching anime full-time, quit caring about school and doing this, go extreme into escapism. Hit 21, still live at home, don't care. Dad wants me to get a job. Tell him to fuck off and that I'm on the verge of killing myself and that he ruined my life before it even started, because he was scared of saying no to a doctor. He tells me to get over it and man up and take control of my life. Tell him I would if he circumcised himself. He never did. Brother brought home girl and he made fun of me in front of her trying to be a big man, and I beat the ever-living hell out of him and put him in the hospital. My brother had to move to our uncle's. Mom and dad sit me down and apologize for what happened and try to get me therapy. I ask sarcastically if it will fix my dick. I still go because it drains my parents' finances. It's an hour of bullshit coping methods. Hit 24, never had a job, no friends, and no future. Parents avoid me at this point. Brother got married to some girl I never met. Find pictures of my brother hanging out with friends and him getting married. Idea.png. Start crying asking when can I have that while looking at the pictures in front of my parents to make them feel like shit. Mom cries, mission success. Parents call it up my old friends, form high school. Be me. As a 3-year-old I had extremely debilitating pain while pissing. It felt like pissing lava or tiny needles, like what Tom Hanks in The Green Mile had. Mom took me to the doctor. He explained what is going to happen to me is folding my foreskin back, having it fuse with the rest of my dick. Next days are a haze. I only remember lying in bed at the hospital and Mom feeding me noodles. Lots of weird lights were attached to me. Years later I had my first swimming class in school. I am German, so literally not a single other boy in my class is circumcised. My friend points at my dick and asked loudly why my glands were exposed. Had no answer, because I didn't know what was really done to me. Years later, constant circumcision threads got to me. Get kinda depressed about it too, because I figured out phimosis could also be treated by using steroid cream, instead of a complete circumcision like I had. Go on Reddit on r/forever alone and make a single thread complaining about it. A girl replies to me and I tell her everything about what happened to me. She has sympathy for me and has her own issues, thinks she's really ugly and is a femcel. We reply to each other, until we no longer can, because apparently Reddit has a limit. We DM each other. We eventually exchange pictures. She doesn't look ugly, just has a big jaw, which isn't seen as that bad in Germanic countries. She gushes about my pictures. I send her the worst unflattering pictures I've ever taken. She still accepts me and says I am really attractive. Wait, I am not a subhuman insect, who is never deserving of love. Talking with a girl romantically is a completely new experience to me. Gain an insane amount of confidence from her, because she is just so accepting. The feelings of being sad about my circumcision fades, because being upset about it in the first place was only because of temporary/pause/insanity, and after all it actually helped me medically and my dick works. Me. 19. 6 feet 2 inches. 74 kilograms. Father died before I was born, mother killed herself when I was 2. Was in orphan house till I 3. Then I was adopted by local Protestant church and lived there till I am 16. Sociopathic, eccentric, impulsive. Signs of schizoid, narcissistic, bipolar personality disorders. Studied mathematics and mechanics. Won National U20 Chess Olympiad. Never attended to any class in UNI. I was there only once for National Mathematics Olympiad qualification. Got in physical fight with math professor, because he called logicians useless. They will reunion me next semester, because I won National Mathematics Olympiad. Never had any social media. Never had any strong connection with people. Never touched female in my life. Never talked to female in my life. Never got interested in any female in my life. Didn't went outside for second month already. Too busy working on Putnam Olympiad problems. Too busy reading Wittgenstein's Tractatus. Too busy reading textbooks on analytic number theory, topology, differential geometry, analysis, mathematical logic etc. Too busy recompiling my Gentoo's kernel. Too busy editing my config files. I wanna talk again? Cock question. Girls can read if morbidly curious. So backstory. Me, circa 8 or 7 years of age. Discover touching my pee-pee feels good. Nobody taught me how to masturbate. Never saw anyone else do it, not important. Start masturbating flaccid. Do this via taking flaccid whiner. Flipping it inside out into itself, folding it like a tiny soft kielbasa pick related. Grind it together between my thighs. Feels good, man. Do this until puberty hits, get wet dream. Massive wet dream, literally almost entire body covered up in spooge. Keep doing it this way for a while. Sometimes jack off the normal erect way after sex taught me how to. But I can edge longer the flaccid way, so keep doing it that way sometimes. It's also much stealthier. Be me now, adult. Have a pretty good sized cock. Just one problem. It gets hard but has a soft spot around the base where it allows it to flop around. Feel like I nerfed my own dick. If I want to really give all the dick I have, I need to do it in the pile driver position. Any other position feels short. Again, weak base means it moves around a lot, especially if she's on top. Lot of slippage. What do brothers? Is it salvageable? Maybe jelking will help. Me. Just a guy. Not that attractive girl starts talking to me. She's really fucking talented. Interesting, talented, etc. Lots of interests in common. Attentive and wants to always be with me. Want to be with her but not in a romantic sense. Attractive girl starts talking to me not long after. She's cute and all. Really active in social media. Attentive and wants to know me better. Nothing in common. Talented in other areas, respectable in their own way, but not my interests. Both declare their love to me almost a year after. Turned down the first girl, but I still hang out with her since all of the above. The second girl tries to get me jealous in multiple ways since she's really attractive, and it is the first time that she does the whole talking to a guy thing and not the other way. Always tell me how much she wants me. This applies to both girls. Try to love her. Genuinely can't do it since there are lots of things that are out of place and our interests don't align. Now they're jealous of each other since I'm not in a relationship with either. I wish that I could just hang out with both, but I've realized that it's not that simple with women. I can't really get to love either of them, but still I can't say that I regret meeting them since I've had good experiences with both, especially the first girl. Be me. 21-year-old warehouse swaggy. Went from majoring in engineering, to switching colleges, to dropping out. Woke up in panic when I realized I'll probably end up homeless and unskilled in my 30s. Looked back in my life and realized I've been running from my anxiety my entire life. Didn't play sports teams in middle school despite being decent because of anxiety. Didn't eat in the cafeteria in high school because of anxiety. Always wore a hoodie at all times in high school to be invisible because of anxiety. Studied hard in high school and got good grades because of anxiety. Go to college. See all these rich and adjusted Chads/Chadelites/Stacys. Can't hide from the world as I could in high school. Too much adrenaline and anxiety during class to focus on my studies. Dropout. Weightlift for a year to prepare for labor-slave jobs. Eat clean. Still horrible anxiety when around people. Work at warehouse and keep contact with co-workers at minimum due to anxiety. What can I possibly do to fix my situation? Be me. Little above average down-to-earth girl. Lot of guys talk to me. Naively think we're friends. Go do this and that with those that ask. Some of the guys start acting real shitty to me. Get called a tease. Get called a slut. To ask me to be their GF, where did that come from? One tried to start a fight with one I was hanging with and called me a cheater. I get scared, try to hide from all of them. Stop talking to any guy. Someone broke into my car. One tried to get into my apartment, I was home. I move and no social media at all. Just because I wanted to be friends. Be me 7 years ago at 35. Moved out of my parents' house for the second time. Hail Mary pass to have a normal life and start a family. Good job. Hitting the gym regularly. Dressing nice. Smelling nice. Trying to meet people, girls mostly. Be me now, at 42. 9 dates in 7 years, no second dates. Parents sick, been supporting them for years. Lost my job, had to take a 40% pay cut. Have to move back home to my parents' house again. No hope of starting a family. Little hope of even having a girlfriend. Just packed my shit into boxes and waiting for the landlord to give them the key. It's bleak, but I have visible abs at 42, so that's something, alright? And I don't know that I did anything wrong. I was always employed. I didn't do drugs or get drunk or get in trouble with the law or live beyond my means. I just couldn't compete.